Guitars, guitars, guitars. We talk guitars.
We like guitars.
We like guitars. We like Martins.
I do like Martins.
We like other guitars too. We're talking about Martins right now for a minute. To start it off.
If only we had some.
Oh gosh, we can't get any, and as soon as we get them, they sell
very quickly.
Now here's the good news though, because they're taking their time to build them, and they're building them still perfectly.
Imagine that.
And building them by hand. QC has been on fire with our Martin stuff. It's been slow as molasses.
But QC's
been, that's been an issue this past year and a half.
I was going to say, they're pretty darn close to the top of the heap, I would say.
Yeah, because we've had some of the major manufacturers, and I'm not getting a name calling, but the biggest makers in the world of guitars has had some QC issues. And some other issues too that we've not been fond of in their marketing and their financing areas and other things. But that's another subject entirely. But I will give Martin the love where love is deserved. That they're building high quality instruments, in a large part by hand. They do have some machines there to help with stuff that doesn't need to be hand done. Right. But it's you're still getting a USA built, hand built, amazing piece. Built in this cool place in Nazareth, and it's just their backlog is slow. And what else they did? They when COVID hit, they shut down and they paid all their employees,
which is pretty awesome.
For the 2 months I think they were shut down, and this is sort of 2 months in a time when we didn't know if like the guitar business was going to do well.
And
so hats off there.
They didn't know it. They didn't know if it was only how long it was going to be. They didn't know that things were going to rebound and go crazy. Yeah, that was totally just a good decision.
Now to the one guy who's going to comment like, that's not true. They fired me during this. Like, well, probably because Johnny, you were high at the saw station. That's probably why they fired you during that time. So if that happened to you, I apologize. But there's going to be that one guy. So I was like, I got treated bad by them, and passed out with the saw, and I cut off.
Just because I cut my pinky off, no big deal.
And 5 other guys' hands off you. It's a dangerous place to work. No, I've met a bunch of people at the factory. I've met a bunch of people in the sales team. They do a pretty dang good, solid job of making sure they stay on top of the QC. If there is an issue, we had one issue with a custom shop piece, and they really worked hard to take care of it.
Yes.
And then they helped us out towards the end, upgraded the case and everything. It was a solid choice. But no, they're working hard, and everyone else is not doing the same.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's not been even across the board. And I will say I would rather the guitars take a little time, be back ordered, and then get here and be amazing and defy expectations than rushed where they're like, So, and I'm not saying. Don't hear me say that if you buy a guitar from another manufacturer, you're going to.
Well, no. If you think we're talking about Taylor or not, that's not. They've been amazing as well. It's just Martin, we've heard a lot more fallback from because their guitars just aren't out in the market. Everyone's like, are you guys still Martin dealers? I'm like, yes, we are. we get that a lot. It's like, we literally have...
Where's your Martins?
We can't keep USA built standard production Martins on the hooks. It's not...
And people want them right now. They're like, call every day.
Do you have a D28? Nope. Do you have an AC? Nope. Triple Aught? Nope.
You guys not dealers anymore? No, we are. But
it's the same across the board. Like the biggest shops, just Sweetwater. Is it weird to call them a shop?
Man, they're kind of a shop.
The biggest overlords like Sweetwater to the biggest shops like CME and Wildwood have very minimal Martins.
Not many Martins.
And that's the thing is like if you want to support the brand of Martin, please put in an order for one now. Do that. It helps them to have that in their queue, but also support your local shops, your local authorized dealer.
That's right.
Go down. I don't care if you buy it from us or if you buy it from Tom and Jerry's down the street, or buy it from GC, buy it from Sweetwater. Support anybody that you love supporting. There's some great. Buy it from GC Spartanburg, awesome shop. Buy it from Sims Music. Buy it from GC Columbia. Great cats there too. There's some buy it from. Does Music Land Store have Martins?
I do not know. But if they do,
I think they do.
Buy it from them.
But no, buy it from
buy them all.
Go support them. It's a weird time. We don't know what's happening around the corner, but they are working their hardest. And we met a ton of their team. There's that one guy I love. He looks like The Rock. Mixed with Jason Momoa that's been down here before.
Yeah.
It's like God, that's a good mix.
It's a great mix.
He's not that good looking. No one's that good looking.
I mean, if you were that.
No, but I'm not saying his name because I don't want to embarrass him. But he brought his beautiful wife down here a few months back. He's one of my favorite dudes that works at one of the productions. Because he's passionate about it. You meet these cats that are young and they're in their 20s. his young wife in her 20s, and then he loves his job.
Yeah.
He loves building guitars the Martin way. And that is a certain way.
It is.
It's slower. It's more time intensive. It's more handwork on it. It's and each piece is a little bit unique.
It's true.
Because of that, good or bad, some might say. But I like things unique.
I'm excited for when they get caught up, because before this all happened, I think you and I both agreed that this was sort of another golden era for Martin guitars.
Yes.
They were just some of the best guitars they've ever made.
And this is kind of a cheerleader piece we're doing right now, because I want you to.
But it's also true.
Just because you can't find them out there, don't be afraid to wait.
That's true.
It's, patience is a virtue sometimes. Don't be like, I gotta get this. Well, this Blue Ridge looks just like it. It's like half the cost. Or this, and they're great guitars too.
They are.
Or the Eastman, great guitars as well. But if you want a Martin, get a Martin. You will always want that Martin. It doesn't go away, that want, until you have it.
And maybe you get an Eastman too. Maybe you get an Eastman in the meantime.
There's a few Eastmans that are badass that I want too.
There's some great ones. There's some really pretty ones.
Yeah, it's and you don't, or if you can get a Collings, that's an expensive little piece too. But like Martin's gonna, if you just want like a D28 HD28 sound, get an HD28. It doesn't get any better than that. It says Martin on the headstock. It's built in Old Nazareth by cats that really care about it. That's cool. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. That's the only negative there.
Yeah.
So it's so let us know. We're gonna keep this one kind of short. What your thoughts are. If you mind the wait, because there is. It's like if I ordered a guitar for you right now that I didn't have on order, you are waiting a year and a half.
Easy.
It's for that guitar, easy. Like it's we have a lot on order always. We have hundreds of Martins on order, literally, and they show up and they go out. But I think it's worth the wait.
I think it absolutely is.
Versus a brand that's trying to do what Martin does.
Yes.
So that's my thoughts.
There you go. Now you have it. Baxter's thoughts.
Baxter's thoughts. It's like Jack Handy, but not deep at all. Jack Handy's deep thoughts, wonderful skits. Watch them on YouTube. I wonder if they're still funny.
I think
they were funny back in the 90s.
We'll try some.
I hope they're funny. Far Side is still funny.
It is.
The Far Side's like funnier today.
I would agree with that.
Because I feel like we're living in the Far Side now.
We sort of are.
I mean, look at what's happened in our world. It's ridiculous.
I don't want to think about it.
All of it. It's like it's entertainment every minute you turn the news on. Don't turn the news on. Just watch YouTube. And let that be your happy place.
What if you watch YouTube news?
We'll do Casino Guitars YouTube news is just starting tonight. This is actually the first episode.
For the real issues.
Guess what? Everything's wonderful. It's actually a lot better than everything in the news makes it seem. The sun is still shining. You can still get your groceries. Everybody's happy.
For the moment. For right now.
Stop being so mean. Take us home, Johnny Rob.
Hit like and subscribe. Click the bell so you don't miss videos in the future. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, Martin.